Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem HaRakah double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone and rule well. Shalom to the brothers doing the work of Syrian truth. I just meditating on you know, this society's it's basically, built off a foundation of where it's, it's refuting, orders, refuting, you know, the righteous ways of dealing with and approaching, all aspects of life and living basically. So it's kind of, immersed in confusion and wickedness. And then it's kind of, as that's, progressed and furthered, it's now we're in a time where, the baseline, core, simplest things you're meant to just be able to do on the planet Earth, those things now are a struggle. And it's you had a what do you call it, like in the US, like for the last, like, I don't know, decade plus, it's been known that like South Korea and what's the other one, Japan, have like their birth rates like below replacement. So like within a couple of, well, not even generations, it's years or decades, it'll get to the point where they're gonna have a mostly older population and not enough kids to kind of keep society running, kind of thing. Because why? It's the nature of Esau's system. When you're dealing with a beast and the beast system, then you're bringing in all forms of confusion and backwardsness, where something as simple as just like the family structure, which is something that's been set, that's something that you now can't you're gonna struggle to enact that, and that's something that's essential to what you call it, to keep people existing, man. Which is why I said, if the time was, if the days weren't shortened, there'll be no flesh left to be saved. This guy's moving, he's destroying, the environment, is destroying, all these systems as well, and means by which, you're meant to live to where, people are confused. People are, they don't know if they're man or woman. People out here like, I don't want to have kids because it's going to destroy the place. It's too much, that the environment, there's nowhere to find, These men are talking about, like, like having kids, like, oh my god, if we don't have kids, then it's going to be over. If we have kids, then it's going to be too many people. And I'm like, you guys are bugged out, man. But that's, that's the mindset and the approach. I read this, Isaiah 24:4, it says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. So yeah, the earth mourneth and fadeth away. Even the earth is decaying and fading and cracking and wasting away. Because why? Because even from its foundations, it's been washed. It's been done out, man. Like the biggest impact on that has been industrialization, as it's called, where through the utilization of technology, mechanizing a bunch of things, is able to do immense amounts of production. But then the flip side of it is the impact, going full force into it, the impact it's having on the planet Earth. And then it's destroying that. I mean, it's also in the minds of the people. There's all kinds of ordinances that were kept for the sake of sustaining people, which ironically they put on the what was it called, on the Georgia Guidestones. They ironically put on there, talking about maintaining humanity and what balance with what do you call it, with nature at 500 million. But then that balance that's talking about, that's complete madness, because as far as it's Esau's never dealt with balance, which has been the issue. That's why the earth's decaying. The waters is toast. The the earth as well itself, forests, also, there's issues environmentally, globally, different species and whatnot. But this man's not the one to fix it, because says what the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they've transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. And yeah, those changes of ordinances and breaking of the covenants, that's wherein people are getting most destroyed. Because you have a discussion with someone, and then something as basic as just like a man getting with a woman and having kids, they'll be like, oh, there's going to be all kinds of stipulations and thoughts and blah blah blah. But then it kind of stems from how you have to live life out here. Most people are just cogs within the system. They're basically locked into the system, and they're desiring from it. So they're thinking, oh, they want to enjoy, they want to go and travel, they want to live like this, they want to X and they want to Y. They want to start their business, they want to do that. But then it's chasing all that. But then it's like they're like, oh, what's the meaning of life? What's it all worth? But they'll do all that, and then they lose their job, their economy, they're in tanks. Then they'll jump off a building and fucking off themselves. So it's like, what's it really all worth? And they don't have an answer for that. They're not able to bring that, piece that together, because as far as they're in a state of confusion. So this is what therefore have to curse, devour the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men's left. Yeah, it's gonna lead to that destruction, man. And that's really all that's kind of been left for it. Within the system, within the structure, it's the means for them to propagate, for them to be able to what's it called? Sustain themselves. It's it doesn't really exist, because why? It's a system that was built with bounds. Well, the Lord set up, set up with a limit set on it, and it was only gonna sustain to a certain point. But people have they've bought into it. They think this is it. There's a term like the end of history. They think like, oh, this is it. This is all that humanity's culminated into. But then that's you're dealing with things from Esau's point of view, because you think that, but then it's like, okay, man can't even just get a woman and start a house. Like, you can't even get some land, have and have work the land through whichever means, and then and then kind of live your life from there. Those simple basic things you can't even do. So you have to just think like, what the fuck is even, like, what are we doing, and what even is the point? But that's something that's gonna have to be revealed to most people. They're gonna have it shown to them that all they've been chasing. What's the term? Not all that glitters is gold, man. They've been blinded by the lights, the shine of it. But it's that don't mean shit, really. But yeah, just a quick one. I'll leave it there. Shalom.